Aloha and welcome once again to another episode of the Hawaii Vacation Connection. My name is Bruce Fisher.
My name is Yaling Fisher.
Thanks very much for checking in with us. We got a great podcast for you for this Wednesday, February 24th, 2010. This is our 368th podcast.
Wow.
So glad you're with us. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about some news about one of the candidates for governor who's supporting a lottery here with sports gambling indirectly. We're going to talk about Orbitz, some of the things that they're up to. We're also going to talk about a couple of news tidbits that we've got, and maybe talk a little bit about the Akaka bill, which is also kind of affecting this whole gambling thing. So that's kind of like what the topic is today. So as we get through it for today, the podcast is brought to you by us. We're the owners of Hawaii-Aloha.com. In Hawaii, Hawaii's experts. You can catch us on the web at www.hawaii-aloha.com.
Also, you can reach us at 1-800-843-8771. I almost say extension.
Extension, oops.
Or email us at podcast@hawaii-aloha.com. You can find us on Twitter, Aloha Bruce, Aloha Yaling, and Facebook.
Yeah, you can catch us all over the place there and keep in touch with us. We like to keep in touch with you that way. Every time we do a podcast or do some kind of video or something, we always announce it there so you can keep up to date with what's going on. And it's just a great way to keep in touch. And I hope you had a terrific weekend. This is our first podcast for the week. We do this every Wednesday and Friday. We're starting to do it around 1 to 2 o'clock hour. We sort of got off to a pretty good, what time is it? 1 o'clock, right?
1 o'clock? Oh.
Yeah, we hit the number. So that's pretty good. We hit the number right on the mark. So we're going to be doing it around 1 o'clock every Wednesday and Friday. That's Hawaii time, so you can transpose that hopefully to wherever you are in whatever part of the world you're in. So we got a lot to talk about, and let's get right into it. A lot of newsy type things in the news.
Newsy?
Yeah. Neil Abercrombie, he's one of our representatives in Washington, and he's going to be running for governor soon. He yesterday said that he supported a lottery, but only if it gave away trips to Hawaii. Yeah, so that was his angle, and he claims that that's a good angle for it.
Can I have ask?
Yeah, well, I guess other states have given things away, not just money, but they give away also promotional things.
Okay, so you give out a trip to Hawaii or from Hawaii to somewhere?
No. It's going to be a nationwide lottery. He wants to make it a nationwide lottery, so it's not just for people in Hawaii. They can just win the money, I guess, or maybe.
Oh, that's not fair. I win a lottery. I want to go somewhere.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know if that makes it. I mean, I have never seen so much movement towards gambling in Hawaii in like 10 years. No. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen.
I know.
Anyway, let's get all these newsy type things out of the way. Okay. Orbitz is now saying that they lost $337 million.
On what?
Last quarter rather.
Last quarter?
And that's the latest example, of how these online mega sites are doing. They're more and more. They're just trying to cut costs at any place they can. They're not giving customer service.
That's good doing that.
Yeah, and that's what we've been saying here all along. So now here's Orbit's answer. Orbit's answer is to create a booking agent for guess who? You and me. Travel agents.
Oh my God!
So now us travel agents, because now they see the value suddenly of what travel agents can do, because they know they can't provide the customer service. And the article that I saw in online actually cites Forrester Research. Forrester Research is what we've talked about here before, and this is one of the keys to our success, and the reason why we just love what we're doing and we keep growing as an agency is because we recognize how important it is to have the human component as part of your vacation plans, especially for like a destination. I don't know about other places. I don't know if you need somebody to help you take a flight from Boston to New York or something, but it still would be good if you had at least a human being, if anything happened, that you could call, or that you could trust, that when you were booking it online and you were doing this, you felt like you really were a valued customer.
Do they pay good?
Well, that's the thing. So that's the thing. They pay pretty good commission. 10% commission on hotels. And then I think up to a 3% commission on air or something. And then I think there's different tiers. I didn't look it up before, but we can do it. So let's say now, and this is for our agents here. If you have anybody that wants to book a Orbitz page, you want to match it dollar for dollar, easily done now. We're a member of the program, so
the price.
we immediately became a member of the program.
Yeah, I want to find out because I want to give a try and then find out.
Right, so we can compare the prices. Yeah,
consumer website price is still lower than travel
exactly.
agent. So if that's real,
right,
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter they have an agent website or not.
So they're down $230-something million, and who are they looking to bail them out?
Travel agents.
Us, the travel agents.
Fair.
Yeah.
Hey.
So anyway, they're citing Forrester Research and all kinds of other stuff, and there's a huge article about it. The Turtle Bay. Some news about Turtle Bay. You know Turtle Bay? That's been the home of a lot of movies over the years. Mm-hmm. Most recently, people know it from that movie, Forgetting About Sarah Marshall.
Oh, I forget already. I only
forget
remember the forget. That's it.
I forgot what she was doing, but I know that it was kind of an off-color movie. A company has bought it, a consortium. They went into foreclosure. And in lieu of a capital foreclosure, they did this transaction on Tuesday, and this company bought the 858-acre resort, 440 hotel rooms, 2 golf courses. Everybody knows the Turtle Bay. It's a gorgeous property. Mm-hmm. And at one point, that property was going to be going to the state. The state was going to get its little hands on it, and they were going to try and run it as a hotel.
Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
But that kind of failed, and it looks like they're going to be doing some great things. They've just completed another renovation there, and they're going to do another renovation. So they're sinking a lot of money into it, and they're also building. Why are you laughing? It needs it. I think it needs it.
Okay.
I think they're going to spend another $3 million on renovating the Covella Bay area. They're going to put in new restrooms. They're going to put in beach access and parking up in there.
Okay.
So it's going to make it a little bit better.
Okay.
So we'll watch that closely. This is going to be interesting to see what happens as they change hands. Mm-hmm. But it's a great property. A lot of people love that property because it's great for weddings.
Yeah.
And groups that don't want to, folks who don't want to be in obviously Waikiki and the busy Waikiki. A lot of folks like to go up to Turtle Bay because it's up on the North Shore. Another quick thing, Marriott Resorts. They've had that bus, the Spirit of Aloha, driving all around the country. Mm-hmm. And it actually has been a very successful promotion for the Marriott properties. They go and they have themes in the buses and theme days, and they arrive in different locations, malls, and they do special stuff.
Okay.
They just finished a 5,500-mile tour that began in January and just ended. And it was a traveling luau. That's how they described it.
Okay.
Well, you know what? That's what people want. They had a lot of Hawaiian entertainers and representatives from the tourism industry. Of course, probably a lot of Marriott people there to sell their property, which I don't blame them. But it was just a great promotion. I think it's the kind of out-of-the-box thinking that really works well. Mm-hmm. And so what they've decided to is that they're going to do it again. They're adding now a third bus. So they're going to have now 3 of these Pride of Aloha buses. I think they call them the Aloha Spirit buses.
Okay.
Yeah, Aloha Spirit buses. So if you really are that hardcore about Hawaii and you need that Hawaii fix, look for that bus near you, I guess, is the moral of the story.
Maybe win a free trip, huh?
And it's especially, isn't it fun? You're freezing, right? It's snowing, and there's this Aloha Spirit bus having a luau at the mall today.
Yeah, how nice.
Go check out the Hawaii luau at the mall, and but it must have some impact.